What's good everyone, yadiiiigg, 4 eyes, 2 G's here, and today we're here to go back in time with the XXL lists and talk about some of the rappers who perhaps shouldn't have been on there. And really, there are a bunch of reasons as to why artists should have been skipped over in that year. And the key thing is to remember when I'm discussing these rappers is the purpose of the list itself. It's meant to look at the next wave of artists that are going to blow. It's not meant to be for those artists that have already blown up, already on that mainstream level. You know, it's meant to represent the freshmen before they go to the major league, so to speak. But anyways, enough talking and let's get onto it. And the first rapper is Lil Pump. And I think it was beyond pointless putting Lil Pump on the list in this year. Pump by that time had already exploded and was basically everywhere, with tracks like Boss, D-Rose, and not to mention Gucci Gang already out. He was well and truly on another level compared to the other artists on the list that deserved to be there, like JID or Wi-Fi's Funeral. So the way I look at it is that putting Lil Pump on that list really did nothing for his career because everybody already knew of him. But it takes that opportunity and that spot away from a small artist to get the shine that they needed or they deserved to really take off and go to that mainstream level. And if I'm being really honest, I saw it as XXL being late to the party and having to play catch up, because really everybody knows that Pump should have been on the list back in 2017 because it was obvious he was gonna blow up. But moving on to the next artist who comes from the same year as well, and is Block Boy JB. And it's crazy the come up Block Boy was able to have with Look Alive, because once again we see the blessing and the curse that can come from a Drake feature, because it puts you everywhere and you have this big opportunity, but if you don't prove yourself to have something special to that mainstream audience fast, you're quickly forgotten, which is what unfortunately happened with McConan. And whilst I don't blame XXL for choosing him amongst the Look Alive hype, it was just too early. He hadn't proven himself capable to maintain and keep people interested in him outside of Look Alive at all. So the way I saw it was, why would you bother putting him on? And looking back a year later or so in hindsight, we can tell it was probably the wrong decision to make. And before we get to the next artist, just a reminder, if you haven't, please make sure to hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss a video. And make sure to follow your boy on all social medias for more. Quick reminder, I am still running the Playboy Cardi merch giveaway. Link is in the description to the IG post. All you gotta do is tag someone in the comments and be following me. And also, I have just dropped the new Whole Lot of Rated Playboy Cardi merch. It's absolutely fire. Shout out to Wake Up Zuzi for the design. Link is in the description to cop that as well. And as always, I'm always curious to know what you guys think. So make sure to comment the artists that you think shouldn't have made it on the XXL list over the years and let me know. But getting back to it, and moving on, we get to the third artist, which is made in Tokyo, and it's kind of a similar case to what happened with Lil Pump, and I think we've seen this a few times with XXL. They'll kind of wrongly skip over an artist one year, that artist blows up in that year, and then they feel like it's necessary to put them on the list a year after so they don't seem out of touch, but when they do, it only makes them seem even more out of touch because they're not a freshman anymore. And I think that was a general feeling when Tokyo was announced for the list, because back in 2016, everyone was saying he should have been on it because Uber Everywhere was starting to take off. But when he was announced in 2017, everyone was like, well, Uber Everywhere was last year, what's the point of having him on the list now? And it sucks because I like Made in Tokyo a lot, and back in 2015 and 2016 he had bangers on bangers, but it just wasn't worth including him on the 2017 list. It really should have been that 2016 one. And the next one who should never have made it, in my opinion, is August Alsina. And really, this point I'm about to make applies to other similar artists they've put on other lists like Fetty Wap or even Kid Ink. And it's cool that XXL want to add diversity to the list by branching out and including these R&B-ish acts, but the thing is with these R&B hip-hop blend artists is that they can go from so relevant with huge radio hits to like nobodies with no core fan bases in such a short period of time. We saw it happen with August, Fetty, Kid Ink, hell, even Bryson Tiller right now is nowhere near where he was with Trap Soul. and I think it's because these R&B artists don't really make proper lasting albums, and they don't really have these strong organic fan bases like hip hop artists do. So they can get fast success with these Billboard and radio hits, but when those hits dry up, they become irrelevant to the extreme and disappear. So I think picking August and maybe a couple of these other R&B-ish acts was another case of XXL getting caught up in the hype. But that's all from me today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, turn on those notifications so you don't miss a video, and make sure to follow your boy on all social medias for more. Also, on the screen now are some of my other videos. Make sure to check them out if you haven't.